Today is June 20th, 2021. Just want to say happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. Hope you guys enjoyed your Sunday. And I want to talk about the NBA. I mean, a lot of disappointing outcomes. I'm really surprised the Brooklyn Nets got eliminated yesterday. Really shocked. I'm also shocked that they eliminated the Lakers as well. So it's just crazy. This stuff is really difficult. But yesterday, I think out of all the teams that got eliminated that I thought would be in the finals, I think the Brooklyn Nets are the most surprising one. On the 170th day of the year, they eliminate the Brooklyn Nets after they made the 170 the target score at the All Star game. I'm really shocked. And I was thinking, like, you imagine they have the Bucks win the championship right after the Buccaneers won the Super Bowl. Can you imagine that? Like in the same year, they have the Bucks win the Super Bowl, and they have the Bucks win the NBA Finals. And I think they might do that because just think about how they had all the Tampa Bay teams go to the championship game, right? They had the Tampa Bay Lightning go to the Stanley Cup. They had the Tampa Bay Rays go to the Super Bowl. Tampa Bay Buccaneers, not the Tampa Bay Rays go to the World Series. Then they had the Tampa Bay Buccaneers go to the Super Bowl, and now they can have the Bucks, who are not from Tampa Bay, but they have the similar name to the Buccaneers, Bucks. They can have the Bucks win the championship in the NBA, and that'll be the complete cycle because they'll cover hockey, baseball, football, and now basketball. Right? So baseball, football, hockey, and basketball, all four sports connected. Three teams from Tampa Bay went to the championship, and of course, there's no Tampa Bay team in basketball. So what they could do is have the team with the closest name to the Buccaneers, because all the other teams that went to the championship game connect to the Buccaneers through Tampa Bay. And I think that's what they might do because I think this is all connected to Tom Brady. I was wrong on my prediction. I thought that it was going to be a Jackie Robinson tribute connected to 64, but I was wrong about that. I'm really surprised. I'm not gonna lie, but so yesterday, obviously, I had the Nets to advance, and there was a lot of numbers that supported the Nets. Not only was it the 170th day of the year, but the series started on June 5th between the Bucks and the Nets, and June 5th is written 5/6. And yesterday, the yeah, I don't know what happened to my live stream. Am I still live? They love tampering with my live stream. Okay, we back. Yeah, I don't know what happened. Just something just went off. So, like I was saying, yesterday the Nets had a lot of numbers supporting them. A lot of you who don't understand the work. Yeah, I think that's why you guys criticize when we make a, a prediction. You guys, once we are wrong, you guys start calling us shields and agents. That's not what we're trying to do. We're really trying to solve these riddles. But this stuff is really difficult because they throw a lot of curveballs at us. A lot of you thought LeBron's going to become 5 and 6 this year, and I agree. Even though it didn't come through, I agree that that was a great narrative and it could have happened. That's why when the Lakers lost, I didn't criticize anybody who had the Lakers because I saw what you guys saw. I understand why you guys thought the Lakers was going to win the championship this year. It made a lot of sense to me, and the numbers supported it. But you guys know that this stuff is difficult. Just because somebody had the Lakers or somebody had the Nets, that doesn't mean the games are not rigged. One, the games are still rigged. Two, we are not picking the wrong teams on purpose. Especially when I put together our presentation showing you guys why I'm going with the Nets or why I'm going with the Lakers. Have I ever made a video saying I like this team just because? No. Every time I say I like a team, it's because I have numbers that support that team winning. And I don't think anybody in this community or anybody in the world has been 100% at predicting sports outcomes. That is literally impossible. Even knowing this language of gematria, even knowing the code, it's almost impossible. Anybody that'll tell you otherwise is lying to you. But yesterday was the 170th day of the year. Brooklyn Nets and Jamal Summers to 170. Remember the All-Star game, the target score was set to 170. I really thought that was the reason they set the target score to 170 is because I thought the Nets was going to win the championship. I'm really shocked. Um, Because what other reason did they set the target score at 170? If it was not connected to the Brooklyn Nets. Brooklyn Nets is the only team in basketball that sums to 170. And I see a lot of comments saying, you guys, a lot of you are like, now everybody's saying, oh, it's going to be Phoenix. Oh, it's going to be the Milwaukee Bucks. Yeah, but none of you were saying this back on May when I made my prediction. I made my prediction in May. We are what, June 20th? It's a little too late now to predict who's going to win because it's only 4 teams left. I mean, you have a 25% chance of being right. But before the playoffs started, when there was 17, what was it? Almost 17 teams, 18 teams in the playoffs? More or less? I don't know. 17, I think it was 17 teams in the playoffs. Think about picking the right one out of those 17. What are the odds of that? But like I said, the Brooklyn Nets, they had the chance to pick up the 56th win of the season yesterday. Bucks equals 56. The series started on 5-6 on June 5th. Barclays Center is 56. It was also 56 days after the funeral of DMX. Funeral was in the same building. And it was also 263 days after Kevin Durant's birthday, the 56th prime. And of course, 56 is a very important number to the Jesuits. The Society of Jesus is 56. But what they did was, instead of the Nets picking up their 56th win of the season, what they did was they gave Durant his 56th loss in the postseason. See, this is why this stuff is so tricky, because here we have a bunch of 56s, right? So here we are decoding the games, and we're like, okay, we see all the 56s, right? So Bucks 56, Barclays Center 56, 263 days after Kevin Durant's birthday, the 56 prime. Okay, how are they going to use that 56? Because here we have the Nets have 55 wins for the season, and Durant has 55 losses in the postseason. So see how they can do it. This is how they trick us, because now they can use that 56 in either narrative. Right? They could give the Bucks, they could give the Nets the 56 win of the season, or give Durant the 56 loss of his career in the postseason. And that's what they did. They gave Durant the 56 loss of his career. And it's really a coin toss at that point, because now you gotta guess which one. But then they also have other numbers, other scenarios. Like for example, yesterday the Nets could have became 5-0 at home in the postseason, 5-0, and Nets equals 50. But Brooklyn also equals 41, so that's why they fell to 4-1. You see here? So this is why this stuff is so difficult. So a lot of you think that we're giving you guys the wrong outcomes on purpose. No, is that these they make this stuff really difficult to uncover. Really difficult to uncover. It's easy once it's done, once the game is over. Oh yeah, yeah, it was all about the Bucks. It was all about Phoenix. But none of you provide any evidence. None of you are making these predictions back in May. None of you are doing that. You guys are just waiting for the outcomes to be over and be like, oh yeah, I told you it was this, I told you it was that, but you didn't give us the reason. You're just picking a team randomly. Yeah, and hey, I guess I'll take some calls, because doesn't really matter what the numbers say. The Brooklyn Nets still lost. All right, so let me see what the people got to say. So, how you doing?
Do I have the right number here? Is it Zach?
Who are you trying to call?
Oh shit, my bad, bro. I'm trying to call from Leon.
All right, so yeah, and the Nets could have became 10-12 all time against the Milwaukee Bucks, and Brooklyn is 112. It was also 68 days before James Harden's upcoming birthday, and basketball was 68. That usually a good sign when a basketball player has the 68 connected to his birthday. Oh man, I'm really shocked. But I think what they did was they gave Durant the 56 postseason loss. That's how they used the 56. And in the most simple site for Bucks is 56. So it made sense for them to pick up his 56 loss in the postseason against the Bucks in the Barclays Center. And Kevin Durant is also 49, and that was the day that DMX died. DMX died on 4-9. And then 56 days after his funeral, Durant picks up his 56th loss. The guy who scored 49 points in the playoffs. Oh, man, stuff is so difficult. And today, right, the Philadelphia 76ers, I liked the Philadelphia to advance. And they did an advance. They had the Hawks advance. This is why this stuff is so tricky, because the 76ers could have picked up their 34th home win and hosted the Bucks. Bucks is 34. Like Giannis, he wears the number 34. They could have stayed on 76 all-time losses. Oh, my gosh. This stuff is so difficult. Yeah, I mean, right now there's only 4 teams left. So you have a 25% chance to predict the correct one. Right? You ask 4 people to pick a team, they all pick a different team, one of them is going to be right. I mean, that's not really impressive. So anybody making a prediction right now to go to the NBA Finals, that's not really impressive, because it doesn't matter who you pick out of the 4, the odds are not even that good now. All 4 teams have pretty decent odds to win the championship. It's the conference finals. But when you're trying to predict this in May, before the playoffs even start, that's when you can, brag. A lot of you bragging about the Bucks, like you had the Bucks back in May. None of you had the Bucks back in May. Show me some evidence, and show me some numbers to support it, and show me that those numbers are really playing out like you thought it would. That's what I'm saying. But the numbers on the screen is 646-986-0958. If you guys because it's hard for me to. This is what I think. I think they're gonna go with the Bucks to win the championship because of the connection to Tom Brady and the Buccaneers. That's what I think. I'm gonna do some more research. Tomorrow I should be getting my computer back. So tomorrow I'll come back live and I'll do a presentation like I always do. And I'm gonna. Hello, how you doing?
Hey, how you doing, man? I follow you on YouTube. I've been really kept checking you out, man. And I dig what you're doing.
Appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Really kept checking you out, man.
Can you lower the video in the background?
Appreciate that. Thank you so much. Yes, sir. I just got that volume down on my TV.
Okay.
I can hear you though.
Yeah. Well. So what was the reason for your call? You got anything to add on?
I was just saying, man. I was gonna say on the number thing. I know I've been following you since Kansas City.
Okay.
With the Kansas City Chiefs, and I loaded down on the Chiefs, and when Brady them shocked me and got through it, and I've been following you now a little bit too. You thought LeBron and with the Space Jam numbers and all that, so I kind of felt you with that. Then you thought KD and all that, so I just wanted to just give you a little inspiration, bro. Just keep it up, because you finna start getting a lot of haters that go send a lot of shockwaves. I ain't got on your Patreon yet to really get you out. And I figured a few of your NHL picks, and you've been hot, a little while too. So I'm just giving you the positive thing, bro. Just keep.
I appreciate that. This stuff. You gotta understand. This stuff is. These people are very intelligent in how they script these games. This stuff is really hard. Anybody that tell you that this stuff is easy, they're lying. Yeah. So you probably caught me at the worst time, because you said you caught me with the Chiefs, and now you caught me with the Nets. I mean, I got the Chiefs wrong. I got the Nets wrong. So you basically can call me at the bad part. But if you would have caught me last year, if you would have came across my work from last year before the pandemic and everything got shut down, I went 23-0 in sports, in basketball. So got 23 picks and 0 wrong, right? Before that, we got the Raptors right. We got the Raptors when they won the championship with Kawhi Leonard. We called it way in advance. The Nationals, when they won the World Series over what was it? It was the Washington Nationals versus the Houston Astros, right? Yeah, the Nationals won 105 games during the season by winning the World Series. Nationals is 105, and we called it before the Nationals. Before they even, I think the Astros were still playing the Yankees in the conference finals, or whatever they call it in baseball.
In the ALCS.
Yeah, in the ALCS. They were still playing the Yankees, and I was saying the Nationals are going to win over the Astros because of, I forgot what it was, but I think the data numerology connected to the Astros. I was like, they're going to pay the Astros, and the Nationals are going to win the World Series. And that's exactly what happened. And it was a big Herbert Walker Bush tribute, that World Series. But see, but those type of like series are easy to see because they give us a lot of clues. You see, this NBA season, they haven't given us a lot of clues. They had a couple of people die, but it's just
With the Utah thing.
yeah, they had Mark Eaton died at 64, and once you start seeing the 64, you're like, oh look, that connects to the research that I was doing on the Brooklyn Nets.
Yeah.
But that's how they throw us off.
You've been on the trail of all of them too, because I've been following you. You've been really on it, and then it's like they'll mix it up on you, and like you say, even on your page, they kill your main YouTube page, and then a lot of your old stuff you ain't.
I don't like to believe that they changing the script because of what I'm doing. I don't like to believe that.
Not
But
just you though, but just to throw off all the gamblers.
that's who. Yeah, because they know there's a community out there of people who are
That's
decoding these
believing
games.
in that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I got you though, man. I got you. I've been following you, bro, and I'm like I said, I'm gonna subscribe to your Patreon, bro, and just keep up the good work out there, man.
I appreciate it. And like you said, like we do this every day. So, we get 20 games right, but then we get 2 wrong. It's like, oh my God, this is the worst guy on earth. Oh, I thought you said the Brooklyn Nets was gonna win. But yet, what about the other 20 picks that I got?
The 18, 20 that
Yeah. Like none of that stuff matters. Like from Monday to Friday, yeah, you asking me to predict who's gonna win the championship, like this stuff is easy.
I looked up when I first looked up on your channel, and you got me on the KC, and I loaded down on KC when it let down. So I ain't gonna get up. I'm gonna fall back, but I'm gonna start following it. That's when I started looking at all your old videos that you had, looking at. Okay, this is what he talking about. This is what he talking about from 42. I'm just not really trying to get off in that numerology, but
Yeah, speaking of 42, they just traded Kemba Walker 42 days after his birthday.
I seen that. I watched your video with that.
Yeah, and then they traded him to the guy that wears the number 42, Al Horford.
Yes, yeah.
So there's no doubt. Yeah, so there's no doubt that they're doing this by the code.
Yes, sir. Yeah,
But trying to decipher, it's like, man.
You got your sleeves, you got your hands full with this, man, and I don't really know it yet to get that deep with it, but I'm gonna continue following you and hope I can learn and help you out like you got a few of your followers I know help you out there.
Yeah, that's another thing, right? So this community, there's at least I could say at least 30,000 people in this community, at least, right?
Yeah.
They leave all the work to like 3 of us. Why is it that like there's at least? Well, actually, there's more than 30 because I think Zach has like 80,000 followers on YouTube, right? So his 80,000, I have like almost 5,000. That's 85,000 people. And I'm not saying that those 85,000 are all different, but at least 80,000, right? Because he has 80,000 subs. Out of those 80,000 people, who's helping him decipher and getting it right?
He got a lot of people helping him.
Yeah, but nobody's getting it right because he's picking the Lakers. Nobody's getting it right. So out of those 80,000 people, nobody's getting it right because if he has the Lakers, why are those 80,000 people not telling him that the Bucks are going to be playing the Hawks in the conference finals and these are the reasons why? Out of those 80,000 people.
You're right. Nobody knows.
Nobody knows because this stuff is difficult. So I don't understand why when we get it wrong, why those 80,000 people can begin to troll us in the comment section. We are one. We are a community. We're supposed to stick together. This stuff is hard. So when I say I got the Raptors correct, I should brag about that because when I got the Raptors right, nobody out of those 80,000 people, nobody had the Raptors except me.
Wow, that's crazy.
Out of those 80,000 people, I didn't see one video. I didn't see one video of anybody saying that the Nationals was going to beat the Astros in the World Series. I was the only one that had the Nationals. Zach was one of the only ones that had the Cubs winning the World Series after the 108-year drought. Nobody else had. I didn't see not one video of anybody in the truth community putting out a video telling people why the Cubs was going to win the World Series or why the Astros was going to beat the Dodgers, and it was all connected to Hurricane Harvey. I didn't see anybody. There's at least 80,000 people in this community. I see people saying the Philadelphia 76ers are going to win the championship, that they just got eliminated. I see people saying that the Lakers LeBron was going to become 5-6. He just got eliminated. I see people saying that, now Brooklyn Nets is going to win 64 games because after I put out that research, they went on their channel and started telling people that the Nets was going to win 64 games. I was the one that said that out of those 80,000 people, I was the one that did that research. You see?
I've seen a lot of your research on the Kevin Durant thing. That's what I was saying.
But that's why I don't understand how there's 80,000 people in this community, and we're not able to get it right, and there's only 17 teams in the NBA.
This stuff is a lot harder than what it actually is.
That goes to show you how hard this stuff is, right?
Yeah, it's a lot deeper than what it is.
Exactly, and
It's a lot deeper with the entertainment and the like you say with the lives and the games and how they manipulating everything. Yeah, this stuff is deep, bro.
it is deep.
Like I say, man, I just want to congratulate you, man, and you got a number one fan that's on your team right now, man. I'm trying to learn it down. If I can help you out a little bit, man, and keep pushing forward because they finna come down on you hard on that Brooklyn pick.
All right, brother, I appreciate you. Yeah, and somebody said that I'm defending Zach. I'm not defending anybody. I'm talking facts. I don't care that me and him don't get along or he doesn't like me. That doesn't matter to me. What matters to me is the research. Facts. This is facts. He's the reason we even know this. He predicted that the Cubs were going to win the World Series. That is a fact. How is that defending him? That's true. He's the one that said that the Astros were going to beat the Dodgers, and it was all connected to Hurricane Harvey. They had the fire versus water. Because at that time, it was a hurricane in Houston, Hurricane Harvey, and it was fires in LA. So they had the fire. Who else was thinking about all that? It was him. This is what you guys want. You want me guys to talk bad about somebody that one, taught me this shit. Two, has helped people make a lot of money. That's what you guys want. You guys want negativity. I'm not gonna give you that. Only time I come on here and talk bad about people is when they talk bad about me. All right? This stuff is really difficult. Like I said, there's 80,000 people in this community. There's only 17 teams in the NBA. Show me a video, anything earlier than June, right? Before June, of anybody to put out a video before June predicting who's going to win the NBA championship, showing the numbers behind it, the ritual, and what it's all connected to. Show me a video. There's 80,000 people in this community. When I put out my 64 video with Kevin Durant and where I thought the Nets was going to win 64 games, all I saw in my comment section was Lakers. LeBron 66. LeBron 66. Lakers 66. And where do you guys all get that from? Got that from Mr. Hubbard. That's where you got that from. He put out that video like 3 years ago. That's why all you guys were talking about LeBron and 66. So how am I defending somebody? That video got like 100,000 views. You guys are all copying other people's work and don't give them any credit. Hello?
Hello?
Yes, how you doing?
All right.
Hello, how you doing?
Hey, how's it going? This is Arthur?
Yes. I'm
Hey,
Eric.
this is Eric.
What's going on,
Hey, how's
Eric?
it going?
Yeah.
How's it going, Simple True?
I'm good,
Oh,
man.
not too much. I seen you was live, and I just wanted to call in.
What's going on?
Oh, not too much.
I know
man.
you're happy about your Atlanta Hawks.
Yeah, I called Atlanta tonight plus 520. I sent you a picture of the ticket. I had them in
Wow.
a parlay and the Cubs. But reason I was thinking Atlanta, man, the public, I'm telling you, these casinos,
Yeah.
like so much money was on the 76ers and so many parlays and futures and shit like that it only made sense for the Hawks to win. Like anybody crazy enough to lay minus 280 on a team, you land 3 units to win one pretty much. Like we have to understand, the odds and stuff as in this truth community, and we can win more. Like over the last 11 days, I've just been doing some of my own work and research, and I don't mind winning, but I'm hitting like 62%.
Nice.
Over 90 plays.
nice.
I'm 56 and 34.
When you see something really good, just leave a comment. So share it with the people on there.
Right, but yeah, I didn't want people, to lose money because I mean, In sports betting, you can still double your bankroll every year if you just hit 54%. You know, you can go 550 wins, 450 losses. But them 100
Eric,
games over.
Eric, let me ask you something, Eric, because you've been following me since before the Raptors, right?
Right. Oh yeah.
Well, you remember when I put out
since day one.
you remember, yeah, definitely day one. You remember when I put out that Raptors video?
Yeah.
How many people in this community had the Raptors?
Only you.
80,000 people in this
It
community.
was, it was all tied to Drake and the songs and
And the music.
about the and the music about Golden State.
Everybody was talking about the Golden State Warriors, right?
Right.
How it was the 73rd NBA season and the Warriors were going to win 73 games.
Oh yeah.
That didn't happen. But
That's correct.
those 80,000 people are the ones leaving comments under when I made the Chiefs prediction, under my Nets video. Those are the same ones, and none of those had none of them had the Raptors.
Yeah. But you know when there's 80,000 people, and just say if you and Zach and just say a couple more gematria people on the same page, it's like we all betting as one as far as the books go. So they get steam come in on one game. It's like they got 80,000 people going for the 76ers tonight because, you know, you had the 76ers and Zach or whatever.
Yeah,
so
but you think they switching it?
I think they switching it, but I figured kind of the Hawks had a narrative anyway because, you know, the Hawks used to be the Milwaukee Hawks, right?
Oh, yeah.
And then Milwaukee is 44, Georgia 44. And then myself personally, I think it's running through that mayor lady who almost won the governor of Georgia. I forget her name, but it's a lot of riddles that they can go with, man. It's like
that's why this stuff is so hard. That's why it's so hard.
Yeah, when the public's on one side, it's like it's not worth it to lay in it. I don't bet anything better than minus 130, 140. That's my limit.
And you know what's another hack? You know what's another hack on Father's Day? Betting on the San Diego Padres. I mean, for the last 3 years, they always win on Father's Day.
The Padres equal father.
Yeah, Padres is father in Spanish.
Right.
Like the last 3 years, I've been tracking that. They always win on Father's Day.
Oh yeah, I had the Padres today also. I had
smart.
Shit. I went 9-3 today, but I follow these professional bettors too. That's been doing it for like 17 years. I mean, they've helped me out a lot.
Yeah, it's always good to also, you know, not only to use the gematria, but also to like fade the public. You know, if there's a lot of bets on a team.
It's called contrarian play. Like if you be a contrarian and you can hit 54% just going against the public opinion, it's like you're gonna come out good. You know, you're gonna lose some games, but you can't just, you know, bet $100 and start with 100 and think you're gonna run it up. You know, you got to start with a good amount and, you know, maybe bet $50 a game until you get it up to 1,000 or something. You know.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. I mean, this work is the truth. Like, and no one can deny gematria. I mean, it's the truth. But still,
but
sometimes it's coded. It's coded both ways. I mean, it can go either way. But that's just a risky bet to lay 3-1, pretty much. The 76 was minus 280. So I was like, man, I'm just gonna take the Hawks plus 2, whatever they was.
Yeah, you could have. No, that was actually. Yeah. You know what else they did? They had the Philadelphia 76ers favored by 6.5 points, and Philadelphia 65.
Right.
And I think Philly became 6-5 on Sundays.
And they love shaming Doc Rivers. I mean, he like to losing his coach in big games in history. You know.
Yes.
It's like that guy can never advance.
You know what else they doing? They syncing up the Clippers with Doc Rivers. Notice the Clippers lost today as well.
I got the Hawks and the Clippers. If the Hawks win the Eastern Conference and the Clippers win the Eastern Conference, it's like plus. I think I bet it like $50 to win. Like
you think the Hawks? You think they might have the Hawks in the NBA Finals?
I'm thinking the Hawks might go to the finals. The Hawks and the Clippers, and it's gonna be scripted through Doc Rivers. You know, he used to coach both of those teams, and you know he lost to the.
He used to coach the Hawks.
I think Doc Rivers, he played for the Hawks or coached the
Hawks.
I
think he played for the Hawks. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but
you think the riddle? You think the riddle's through Doc Rivers, huh?
I'm thinking it's through Doc Rivers. me
Okay.
personally. And then a lot of people, you know, they had future bets. Like, if the 76ers win, the Bucks going to lose a lot of money, like if they advance. So it killed all those future tickets with the Nets yesterday when they lost, and with the 76ers today when they lost, you know, because people was all, you know, they was all over the 76ers and the other team there. So we just got to play it a little smarter. But, I mean, I watch your work every day. I'm subscribed to the Patreon and everything, but it's like sometimes there's too much money on one side. I either lay off the game or, you know, I just go contrarian.
Yeah.
Yeah, so. But yeah, this work is the real deal, man. Some truth. And you work really hard, you know, to help us out. Like, I remember you went on that 23-0 run. Nobody can do that shit like off luck. Like,
That's what I'm
there's no
saying.
way,
Like, but a lot of people don't. They don't. A lot of people didn't even know about me when I was doing all that. But
right.
23-0, like who else is doing that?
Yeah, nobody can pull that off. Like, it's just unreal.
Oh my goodness. And the reason it was so easy because I know a lot of people like, oh, why you can't do it again? It was so easy because at that time Kobe had just died, and everything was either 24-8 or 41-81. It was just like all the Kobe numbers was just playing. But that's why it was
I
so
kind of
easy.
feel like tonight it was something about Kobe too in Philadelphia. Like the players, they kept standing on that snake on the floor. I don't know why the hell 76ers got a snake on their floor or whatever, but
Yeah.
you remember they had that right
Yeah,
after
it was
Kobe
right
game
before
when
Kobe
LeBron
died.
wore the shoes and shit. But
Yeah.
that one player, he went right there again tonight. He was standing there. And it's like the camera was focused in on it. I was like, yeah, Atlanta finna win. But yeah, we just gotta watch it, man. And like you say, if I see something, you know, I don't like going against the community, but you know, if I write a comment down, you know, I don't want people to. Some people know me in the community, you know I wouldn't be trolling or nothing, but you know, I don't like going against.
I know the
nothing,
trolls. The
so.
trolls. A lot of the trolls, they want to. It's like they join people's Patreons to try to like steal them. Oh, this guy's bad. Join my Patreon.
Right.
But yeah, they don't put in the hard work. You don't see them putting out videos. You don't see them exposing ritual murders, the stuff that really matters. You know, all these people want is just to make $1. That's all these people want.
The thing about sports betting, it's impossible for anybody to hit 70% over 1,000 plays. The best you can get is 55, 56, 57%, and you making big bank. Like I'm telling you, you can make real good money on this, but you got to.
What percentage?
You know,
what percentage is 23-0? What percentage is that?
Shit, that's 100%. Like, you know, but yeah, that's a great percentage, you know, but.
Well, I appreciate you, Eric. Let me get some more calls in.
No problem, man. Keep up the good work, man. I'm always support, man.
Thank you, Eric. Appreciate you. Have a good night. Happy
Have
Father's
a good
Day.
night, man.
Happy Father's Day.
All right, thanks. All right.
Yeah, so the phone line is open if anybody wants to call in. Yeah, I should be getting my computer back tomorrow. I'm actually using my tablet to do the live stream. So tomorrow I'm gonna do some more research. There's only 4 teams left in the NBA. See if I get it right this time, because stuff is hard, man. This stuff is hard. How they don't go with the 64? And then they eliminated the Brooklyn Nets not only on the 170th day of the year, but on Juneteenth. Oh my goodness. It's crazy. Man. So the phone line is open. The number is 646-986-0958. I'm gonna read some of the chat, some of the comments in the chat room. See if you guys have any questions. So Brian says that the Bucks coach, he picked up his 40th playoff win, and Brooklyn's 40. Okay. Yeah, there's always gonna be numbers supporting the winner. It's just that there's also numbers supporting the loser as well. And then Durant, he shoots a 3-pointer, a fadeaway. He spins off his defender, and then he steps on the line, to tie the game and not go up by 1 with 1 second left. It's like it's so fake. Like you could tell, because if you're gonna take a shot from that far, why wouldn't you make sure that you're behind a 3-point line? Just crazy shit. Oh my god. So the number is 646-986-0958. If nobody else wants to call in, I think we can end it. Um, my next video, I'm gonna be very careful before I put out another video, and I'm not gonna be putting out any more videos on YouTube. Definitely not, because those videos get 2,000 views, 3,000 views, and those same freeloaders come back and troll once the information is wrong or whatever. So that's only going on Patreon. Um, Somebody says, who's 23-0? Me. I was 23-0 last year before March 11th. Me. Yeah, I'm only going to put on videos on Patreon. Somebody says, do I have a Twitter? No, I don't use Twitter. How can you share info with me? Well, my email address or the comment section. Yeah, 23-0. That's all facts. If you go on Patreon, those notes are still there. Go back from March 11, 2020 and up, all the way to like I think the third week in February. From the third week in February all the way to March. Hello?
Hey, man. Happy Father's Day.
Hey, how you doing? Who is this?
It's Rich. Can you hear me?
Yes. Rich, are you the one that goes by King Shields on Patreon?
No, I don't really use the Patreon, like, commenting or anything.
Oh. All right, so what's going on, Rich?
No, I just wanted to say that I noticed that the Hawks moved to 11-3 on Sundays. I think they're syncing up some Giannis, Trae Young kind of ritual. I know it's kind of hindsight, but just noticing it happening now. What's it called?
You want to tell if you're gonna put out a number, you gotta let the people know what that number means. So you said the Hawks became 11-3 on Sunday, and why does that matter?
Kobe Bryant equals 113. The National Basketball Association equals 113. 113 is the 30th prime. Sunday equals 30.
Okay. There you go.
And what's it called? I also noticed before the Nets game, Kevin Durant could have fell to 60-19 in his playoff record at home. But, I didn't think they would do that on 6/19. I just like the Nets all the way. But I kind of just wanted to call in more and say that, after Kobe passed and I found your work, I was still kind of skeptical about the sports. Because, I'm just like, okay, yeah, I know that there's, like, big shit going on and stuff, but I don't know if the pro sports. But I remember the first game I bet with you, it was some crazy NBA bubble, like, Rockets comeback on the free throw line. It was one of the craziest things I've seen. And just the way it panned out, I'm like, okay, this is what I knew. It didn't matter if you got every game wrong after that. I just saw how that panned out and how it closed out and how we were on the right side of that one. And I just, saw it from there. So anyone who's just like, okay, if you don't get it 100% right, it's not real, or the NBA is real, those people are just retarded, And I know people love to troll the work because, they're just haters. They're closet fans, and they don't want the NBA to be fake and scripted. So when you're wrong on a pick, they think that validates it, and they just, they love that. So just want to call in and, support and keep up the good work. It'll turn around soon. And, yeah, man, thanks for taking my call.
Thanks a lot, Brian. Happy Father's Day to you.
Yep, peace.
Yeah, he's right. So the number is 646-986-0958. read some more comments, and then I think we can end it. So. Says Nash. So, all right. So looks like nobody else has anything to add. All right. So you guys, thank you for the callers. And I apologize if I lost anybody any money. It wasn't my intent. I was just doing some heavy research and I was wrong. And I don't know if people are watching me, if the games are being switched up. I don't know if that none of that stuff is true. I don't believe that. But I don't know. Everything was adding up with the Nets, man. But I'll make it up. I promise. So thanks everybody. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. And again, happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there.